And what, and the corn.
But that was just in the later years, Crystal.
Later years, they sold farmer machinery.
When Bob Wire first came on the market, in 1893 or something like that, he sold Bob Wire in the Western Plains. And when windmills were invented, he sold windmills. And then when silo fillers, when silos were invented and corn was cut and put into silos, he sold the silos and the all the silage cutters. And silage cutters. Guy, well, little guy, 12 years old and something like that. See what is it? It's 15. Tractors for.
Oh. Good to know, because that's all I remember was about the corn, you know, and the different hybrids and things that, you know, they have experimental.
Well, that's
Just a few. That was just a light. Long.
Well, that's one of those historical things that you never even think about it because very few people are interested.
Well, yes, I think the two things that are really most interesting to me is what kind of jobs people did, and then into your lungs, you get penicillin and, you know, get it taken care of so you don't die. But he has a, but that's why I think it's really interesting to know what people have for illnesses or what they die of, you know, like.
Well, Chris has been worried about her heart because her father died of a heart attack. She's been worried about her heart all her life. And the doctors each time she has an exam, her heart's fine.
Yeah, heart is real strong.
Nothing organically wrong with you, but you never know where it's going to go. Yeah.
How about your life?
My life is one bust. One disappointment after another. No, you don't reach the pinnacles that you want to reach. And then for 71 years, he says, let's take them out.
Oh no, oh no. And then we'll give you ice cream afterwards. Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah. No, I'll probably die with them. They do.
But just tell, you know, about what kind of work. Yeah.
Huh?
Where were you born?
I was born in a bed, I guess.
In a bed. In a house someplace, huh?
In a house that is now burned down. They set fire to it right after I was born, I guess.
He's just teasing, I know.
No, it's burned down now.
It's burned down now, but yeah.
They put in some wiring of some sort.
In which Wisconsin town?
South Byron.
South Byron, too?
Yeah, 1911, July 22nd. Yeah. The first of a long line of brats.
How many brothers and sisters?
Just
one.
And we don't get along. He's an outcast and I'm an outcast, so.
How can you be outcast from the same family?
Well, we've agreed to disagree, I guess. Yeah, agreed to disagree.
And you went to
No,
Klondike High School.
He looks at things a lot different than I do, so why worry about him, that's all. Yeah, I could say a lot of things I don't want to repeat it. Yeah. How many thousand feet do you get on a roll?
Oh, 6 hours.
6 hours.
More salad dressing in it.
No, it looks good.
A little bit dry, maybe.
We're in the market for two again. Another guy was a drunkard.
How do you know?
Oh, he wants something for posterity. I'll give him a bunch of bullshit.
Just, well, for crazy.
Yeah, but, well, things have been told, I'm sure that there was someone that...
Well, I can make up stuff too, can't I?
No, you can't make up stuff, no. One was a horse that even got hung, and one was a drunkard, well,
Sure.
we all about...
I think there was a bunch of prostitutes in line too.
Oh, no, stop that.
Well, if you want to show this to your church group, this is really
No,
good.
no,
Good stuff
this
to
is just
show.
for family. This is for family.
won't be very wide distribution of this.
No.
By distribution of knowledge, yeah.
Toby and John will probably be as far as we go, or, or some uncles down in St. Petersburg.
Well, when you consider that every 33 years, there's another generation. So how many generations has there been since the time of Christ, for goodness sakes? How many ancestors you got?
Mm.
Now, you saw when I started to compute a little while ago,
Yeah,
didn't
way
you?
back, just as far as
Yeah.
1843 or something,
I
the farthest back as you've gotten, and that's
Yeah.
not very far back.
In 1600. And so I asked
Yeah,
John
over
Bowler with his
1600.
computer the other day, or a year or so ago, to tell me if that was anywhere near right. He bing, 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 bing.
Oh.
Nah, he said, you're way off. He said,
This
they're
is
in the
John?
thousands.
You have- yeah, John,
Bowler,
yeah.
yeah.
And he said you were way off?
Oh, I'm way off. He says, yeah, you have a lot more ancestors than that.
Oh.
So it really goes up astronomically, you see. But when if you have 100,000 relatives, how many of them were horse thieves and everything else?
Well, weren't we all related in the beginning, huh?
I guess so.
We probably were, I don't know.
The monkeys hanging.
How you went to school and, you used to
How
go
far
by
you had to
horse and
walk.
buggy or-
Yes, yes,
How far
I
you had
do
to
too.
walk?
I do too. When I was it 2 years old or 3 years old, my father put me on the back of one of his favorite horses. And he took me around to the big dining room window so my mother could see me. And he didn't hang on to me and I fell off and I hit my head and I got a hole back in here. And I'm sure that was a concussion and I'm sure I've never been right since. That's why I'm so crazy now.
I knew it wasn't gonna be straight.
But how far, like,
Yeah.
did you have to go to grade school, or maybe you don't even remember?
Block.
Oh, really, it was really close. And, well, then, how many years did you live in Byron? And then when did you move to Fond du Lac? And, or did you move back and forth so you didn't know really where you lived?
From the time, let's see, beginning with 8 years old, I moved once a year until we moved into this house. So after we had Bruce, and he was 4 years old, and we were thinking about conceiving you, I said to Crystal, we're going to build a house and we're going to stay there.
But, yeah.
No more moving. And I think this is one of the reasons that we're not going to go to Arizona or Florida or anyplace
anything,
else.
just gonna stay put,
We
yeah.
built this back here now then,
Yeah.
and we're gonna stay here. High taxes or higher rents or whatever it is, we'll end up here. We want our lot out here now then, that's gonna be it. But isn't that not something? My mother, Marion Pratt, had a phobia for moving.
She did. She liked to move from
She-
one house to another.
As a matter of fact, during the middle of the year, if she couldn't move at the end of the year, she would move the furniture around so that my dad would come home at night and wouldn't know where the bed was.
These are real interesting little things, huh?
Well, believe it or not, I can give you a lot of bullshit.
Yeah. No, but that's true though.
Yeah. My mind is very fertile this morning. Your headache is gone, hasn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not getting another one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Catholic community, Mount Calvary, Wisconsin. And I was the only pupil in the school. I had a private teacher for 2 years.
For 2 years when you were in elementary school.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. See, this must have been, well, it must have been when I was 9 and 10.
Did they have,
That's when I got all my smarts.
Yeah, one on one. That's what made an engineer out of you.
We even, I'll tell you, what I remember about that school was the typewriter though. When I wasn't studying, or if I didn't want to study, I could go up in the front of the room and pound on the typewriter. Well, I learned to type with 2 fingers, see.
well, Mark, he likes to get the typewriter out, not right now, he likes to poke around on it.
Sure.
He just loves mechanical things like that. Oh.
Yeah, and then in the spring, each spring, we had a picnic, the teacher and I. She was a little redhead. We had a picnic. Somebody put up a picnic lunch and we went by a stream someplace and watched the birds and the bees, I guess. I don't know what we
And
did.
fishes in the pond, That's good you remember back, you know.
Kids.
Cause I remember going to grade school and I had to walk, you know, a mile and a half or so to school. Over here. I'll take the bus a roundabout way, you know.
I really don't believe a lot of this junk that people say that they remember this and they remember that. This little boy next door over here, I heard a conversation that he had the other night with well, he was talking to an older boy, and I'm sure they were talking sex. But the younger one, and I remember this, and I remember that, and I remember something else. Well, the only way they remember it is by being told, that their parents have told them, or they're looking at pictures, or they see something to refresh their memory. But it's remembering what happened. You remember John Rowe up here? John Rowe, just the second house beyond the one drive?
Yeah.
We started with a conversation in our car, we'll see. Well, what happened yesterday? I don't know, but I'll tell you what happened on February 4th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon in 1910, and he would go on and give us the bullshit again, see?
Oh dear.
Seems like some people have a better capacity though.
Brat and season bars. So,
They're first you all the drinks, so.
I guess they didn't ask me. Oh, I'm bringing 2 cans of lemonade. And they're buying buns and some more brats. And I don't know, and she's gonna make a cake. And that's about all.
You know, here's one place right now where we can make sure that it isn't a fish story that we're getting. And where did you first meet each other?
At a Halloween party.
At a Halloween party.
Yeah?
Is that true?
No.
It is. You know darn well that's true.
It was a blind date, Halloween party.
I came to Madison to interview for a job. And I got the job.
From Europa?
I came from Viroqua to Madison to interview for the job. And the man I was supposed to interview had gone to play golf, so I had to stay overnight. So I stayed overnight with these 2 friends of mine. And it happened to be Halloween night, and they had some boys invited, and another girl or 2. And so they said, bring another boy along for Crystal. And that was it.
That was it.
Yeah.
The skinny little runt.
Was it love at first sight?
No,
God, no.
no. But we'd see each other once in a while, and finally we started.
You went back to Viroqua then after that.
No, well, that next day, yes, but then 3 or 4 days I came back with my job, and then I worked there for 5 years.
Uh-huh.
With the driver's license for the state.
Is that all?
5 or 6.
How long after that Halloween party did you get married then?
It's 5 years, 6 years.
No,
Well, that was 1931, wasn't it? 31 to 35, 4 years.
4 years.
4 years.
But it was the end of 31, so it was 3.5 years, to be exact.
It was a slow maturing love.
Yeah.
No, she worked for me. I was getting very poor grades in university. I was taking a mechanical engineering course, and taking a lot of lab work, and you had to write reports. My reports were atrocious. The professor couldn't read my writing. So we bought a mechanical engineering, or I should say an engineering typewriter, and Crystal typed my reports. And my grades went up right away.
Started getting A's.
Yeah, well, that's good. Oh, we need each other, you know? Each person's talent's really important.
How about you were born in Viroqua?
Yeah?
And you stayed there for One year you went down to Florida, how old were you when you went down to Florida with your mother?
10,
About 10. And you stayed there a couple of years?
4 years,
4 years?
4 or 5, must have been about. I came, must have been 6 years, because I came back when I was 16.
Oh,
And I finished the last 2 years of high school here.
oh yeah. In what town?
Burlesville.
In Barrow.
And then I came down to business college.
That's, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I went to business college for, it was an 18-month course. And then, see, I got through in June and got the job the 1st November.
Mm.
But those were tough times.
Yeah.
It's tough to get a job.
It was tough to get a job then,
Oh,
too,
it
was
was
it?
forever. It was really bad.
Where did you live when you were down in Florida? What, town?
For a home.
It was Florida home. And is that where your mother met, Mr. Halverson?
No,
No.
that was up here.
That was up here.
There's no Helgersons in Florida.
There are 2 Halversons that are my relatives that live in Florida. Oscar and Gertie and Baron and Margaret. One in St. Augustine and one.
What about Gertie?
I said Oscar and Gertie.
No, the other one.
Oh, and Gertrude Halverson, her husband just died last.
Art Halverson, that was your older brother?
no.
No,
That's a brother. Art is Christopherson.
Oh, that's right, Chris Halverson. Well, when you went down, you were about 10, your mother had already met,
She already married him.
she already married,
When I was
Uh,
5,
what was his first name?
Gilbert.
Gilbert Halverson?
Gilbert Halverson.
Gilbert, but she'd already married, your mother had already married him, and then you 3 of you went down because you were the youngest.
Three,
Chris-
hell
Crystal
no,
was-
hell no, there was, Crystal's mother had 4 kids, and Halverson had 4 kids. So there was an
Oh.
8-kid family.
When they got married, but
Yeah, but
Gladys and Art, the 2 oldest ones, did not live with us.
at that time,
Yeah.
when you were about 10.
And his oldest boy, well, he did live some part of the time. But there weren't 8 children at home.
And
And I was the youngest of both families.
Oh, yeah. Well, when you went down to Florida, then was it Clifford and you went? And then what other brothers
Yeah.
or sisters? There was another
Just Gertrude and Baron.
parent, those 2 of them. So
Yeah.
there was a 4 family that all moved down to
Yeah.
Florida.
Yeah.
How did you travel down there?
By car.
By car?
No, I guess the first time we went by train.
And then when you came back up after 6 years, then you came back by car?
Yeah.
Oh, they went back and forth every year.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
Yes, we
sure.
went back and forth all the time.
You did? Oh.
Dirt roads,
Oh
over the
my
mountains,
gosh, I
over the
should think
mountains.
so. It would have been.
Well,
Really gravel roads and
They
stuff.
pushed the car up a couple of the hills down there, going over Stone Mountain and so on.
Oh,
Going through
and it's
Madison
really
here.
easy, yeah.
Going through Madison here, they went around the square 10 times before they could find their way to get out.
$1 a night. And
Wow.
they usually give you breakfast.
Well, I remember those tourist homes too, that seems like, that one year I went to Europe, we stayed in a tourist home. We stayed in a couple of bedrooms upstairs. And maybe we even stayed in tourist homes too, I bet, when we came back and forth south.
I don't
Didn't-
remember.
Sure, I remember one
One
time when
tour-
you were a baby,
We'd stay in these tourist
Right.
homes.
we'd stop and they'd give us breakfast.
Yeah, it'd be a real friendly home, and they'd
Rinse out
make a little
diapers
money
and
by you
stuff.
staying overnight, and the mother of the family would wash the sheets and then get ready for the next group that would come in, you know, some tourist travelers. I kind of forgot about those tourist homes. They was really friendly places. You know. Well, I didn't realize you kept going, that would be terribly tough
And
to
the
go back
reason-
and forth like
The
that.
reason
Oh,
I stayed
how could they do that?
here, that when I was 16, is that they were going back, and I think that's when Gladys just had a new baby, and she wanted me to stay in health.
Oh, yeah, so that last year of high school that you stayed.
2 years.
Last 2 years you
Yeah.
stayed and lived with,
Then, but then I went to Baroque High School with Pete.
Lavels.
Yeah.
Comes back and I wonder how I wonder what all these weird pictures are on the floors. Bark of trees and.
That watermelon is very good, I don't think.
Try it out, I've only had about it.
It's all right. No, it doesn't taste, it doesn't,
Well,
disappointed in it.
You're lucky you have your grandchildren here.
Well, I hope they eat it.
They
because
will eat
I
the whole
eat
thing.
it.
They will.
Yeah.
But getting them where they're almost too ripe. They've been good, but they're a little mushy.
You said you're in farming country, what do they grow? I thought
Yeah, I think so by the time, well, I
Is
remember
that-
I used to
that
be,
age.
I used to be the same way, and by the time I was ready to go home, I'd make friends with the girl, and then I'd say, oh, do we have to go
I know
home
it.
already?
Uh-huh.
That's what JJ said today. He says, we've been getting after him because I tell him he's got to go out and say to the kids out there, hi, I'm JJ. What's your name? Let's play. So he laughs, you know, and he just went out there today and he came back and he says, we made 2 friends out there.
Oh,
2 little girls. And he says, well, I said, what were their names? And he said, well, Joanne. And he said, the other one was too shy. She wouldn't tell me her name.
Oh,
He doesn't want to.
oh, I thought it was closer to the east border.
Well, you see, this is the one that comes up to Tahoe, isn't it?
yeah, we go,
Yeah, you
we
leave
go
it out.
to Reno, yeah, but this year they won't be able to make it. I talked to her the other day.
In Green Bay when they took us on that tour.
Well, it was an old thing, huh?
Yep.
Because I don't see any of them in the modern story.
They had this, and they had this in the fireplace. And the lid had a, didn't he work at Forest Fire?
No, Highway Commission.
Yeah, I know he worked with you somewhere.
Oh, it's a novel.
No, it isn't a novel. Oh, but it's,
I bet. My butt. Oh, alright. Don't get hurt. Ah! Why don't you climb across? Wait, I get sick in the morning. Brad, don't push my leg. I'm not pushing it.
Just keeps going around and around.
I started this thing.